Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining our latest Travel Bulletin webinar focused on the luxury holidays market. We have some amazing training lined up for you this afternoon, so let's meet today's partners. Our first presenter today, representing Alabama, is Andy Facer. How are you, Andy? Are you well?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you today?
I'm feeling as though I should be. Your living room is far more exciting than mine by the look of it.
The joys of technology. Yeah, I've just got my little recording deck back here. So yeah, who knows? Maybe we can cut a track this afternoon in Muscle Shoals Sound Studio in Alabama.
As long as it takes no more than 10 minutes, that's absolutely fine. So thank you, Andy. Andy's going to be telling us all about what Alabama has to offer. We also have with us Jane Beattie for United Airlines. How are you, Jane? Are you well?
Hi, Simon. Yeah, great. Thank you. Lovely to see you and be with everyone.
It's been a long time, Jane. It's been a long, long time since I've seen you. I've seen your colleagues up and down the country at our events, but yes, not seen you in a while. So good to see you. We also have Rosina Buenofilio she's the Regional Sales Director for Vincci Hotels. She's here to share all her latest news. Hello, Rosina.
Hello, Simon. Hello, everyone. And thank you for
Fantastic.
inviting us.
Well, we're looking forward to learning more. And finally, we have Anna Wells, who's the director of the Wellwind Collection, and she'll be telling us all about her amazingly beautiful properties that she represents. Hello, Anna.
Hi, Simon. Hi, everybody. Yeah, great to be here today.
Right. Okay. Following our usual format, each of our presenters will deliver a live 10-minute presentation. Now, I'm going to say this once, I'll say it again throughout the course of the afternoon. We do want you to ask questions. So we want you to use the Q&A function. Put the questions in the Q&A function. At that point, I will see them and I'll get through the questions as quickly as I can. If we get through 2 or 3 for each presenter after their presentation. Any others we will pass on to them and they can come back to you separately on that. As ever, we will want your questions though, so please ask them. Everyone will have questions about each of today's presenters, and we don't want anyone being shy. We don't like shyness. It's not good. So we want everyone to pop your questions through. The more difficult or awkward, the better. You know, if we can put them on the spot, even better. You know, if there's things that you know about Alabama, for instance, that you think Andy won't know, then great. So yeah, no, ask questions. It does help it work. As generous as people are together in our webinars, there are some prizes as well at the end of the training session. It is not part of the webinar. So all the competition answers have to be done at our website, which is travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition, once the webinar is over. So you've got a few days. You've got until the 4th of July, which is very appropriate for some of the presenters today. So yeah, that's next Friday. It's a week tomorrow, basically, at 4 p.m. You've got until that time to enter the competition. So if you don't get all the answers sort of that you think you might need today, then you can always rewatch it, and will be equally funny next time round. So we'll crack on now with our first training session. Andy's going to let us know what is happening in Alabama. Could everyone else mute themselves and turn off your cameras? And Andy's going to share, and I will sort of hopefully be there at the end for you, Andy, in a few minutes' time.
Thank you very much. I've set the timer, so my beeper will go off after 10 minutes. So all good. So hi, everybody. My name's Andy, and I have the pleasure to talk to you today about Sweet Home, Alabama, located in the heart of America's Deep South. I'll start off with a quick video, and then we'll go through 6 of the kind of major cities and attractions that you can visit whilst you're in the States. And as Simon said, any questions, yeah, look forward to answering those and hopefully getting them right. So on with the show. Okay, so hopefully that's given you a short and sweet taste of Sweet Home Alabama. Who knew we had beaches? That's the question I get so many times. So what I'm going to do, start off with a little bit of geography. I'm sure you all know the geographical location of Alabama, but we are the state highlighted there in red. So to our north, we have Tennessee. To our east, we have Georgia. To our west, we have Mississippi and then Louisiana. And then to our southeast, we have Florida. And what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about the major cities within Alabama. So they're the city, well, the area known as the Shoals, Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, and Orange Beach. I'm sure all of you know that we don't have any direct flights into Alabama. Hopefully United Airlines will be able to do something about that for us in their presentation later on. But there are direct services into Atlanta, Nashville, and New Orleans. So all of those connect really, really well into the cities here that I'm talking about. So you can fly from Atlanta to Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, and Mobile. Average flight time anywhere between 40 minutes and an hour and 20. I was in Birmingham earlier this week and flew over to Atlanta, and yeah, it was literally 30 minutes up to wheels down. So dead easy. Alternatively, if you are going to fly into one of those, obviously really, really easy to pick up a hire car. And as I mentioned at the top, we are the heart of America's Deep South. So obviously, picking up a hire car in Nashville, for argument's sake, and doing an incredible itinerary through Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana is absolutely a possibility. So we'll start off in Huntsville. So Huntsville, their slogan there is "We've got space." About a 2-hour drive from Nashville, 3.5 hours from Atlanta. And the reason they say that we've got space is it's known as the Rocket City, because this is basically where NASA was born. So most people, when you talk about space in America, they think about Cape Canaveral, Kennedy, and Houston. It actually all began in Huntsville, Alabama. So after the Second World War, Dr. Werner von Braun, he came over from Germany with some of his scientist colleagues, and they basically developed the Saturn V rocket that put people on the moon. So that is in Huntsville, Alabama. We are home to the world's largest space museum, which is the US Space and Rocket Center. And we also have Space Camp as well. So Space Camp is a residential program that you can put your children on. It's a 3-4 day residential program. And I think there are now 14 people who've been through Space Camp who have actually traveled into space now. So it really is excuse the pun, launch pad into a career into that. Really, really good for kids who are interested in science, technology, math, etc. But yeah, incredible city. Like I say, the US Space and Rocket Center is the world's largest space museum. So it's got the largest private collection of Smithsonian exhibits. We have a Saturn V rocket. We have a space shuttle out the front as well. We also have the Orion Amphitheater, which is owned by Ben Lovett from Mumford & Sons. So it's an 8,000-seater outdoor amphitheater. Snoop Dogg's played there, Earth, Wind and Fire, to name but a few. That opened a couple of years ago. But the great thing is with Huntsville, it's now Alabama's largest city and its fastest growing city. Incredible place to go, loads of great outdoor space, and most recently it was voted one of the most desirable cities to live in the whole of the United States. So really beautiful city, loads to do while you're there. I mentioned Space Camp earlier on. What I forgot to mention is there is actually an adult version of Space Camp that you can do at the weekend. So they don't necessarily include all the classroom stuff, but you absolutely get to enjoy all of the fun stuff, like going in the multi-axis simulator, experiencing zero gravity, and all of those really cool things. So moving across, we're now going across to the Shoals. So this is around an hour, a little over an hour's drive from Huntsville, about 2.5 hours from Nashville, 4 hours from Atlanta. And this is widely regarded as the hit recording capital of the world. So in 1955, Fame Studios was opened by a guy called Rick Hall. Basically, like I say, did plenty of artists came through, and then they got a famous lady by the name of Aretha Franklin who came and cut her first hit record there. So that was really, again, a great foundation for them to launch. So Aretha recorded there, the Rolling Stones had recorded there, Wilson Pickett, Rod Stewart, literally hit recording artist after hit recording artist in the 60s, 70s, and 80s were recording there. Still live recording studios now. So there are actually 14 recording studios in this area. It's basically 4 towns or cities: Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals, and Florence. But yeah, you've got the 2 main recording studios, which are Fame Studios and Muscle Shoals Sound Studios. But yeah, like I say, hit record after hit record, still live recording studios now, but you can go and tour them as well. So you can see the toilet where Keith Richards sat and wrote Wild Horses whilst he was there. So just, I'm sure that's on everyone's hit list to go and do that. But yeah, again, incredible, really kind of small town America, but incredible place to go. Also, you've got the home of W.C. Handy, who was widely regarded as the father of the blues. And if you've got anybody who's interested in architecture, then we've got a Frank Lloyd Wright house called the Rosenbaum House, which I think is the only Rosenbaum residential property that you can actually visit in the southeast. So really, really cool. Okay, from there, we're going to go about 2 hours south and we're going to get into Birmingham. So not Birmingham, but Birmingham, named after Birmingham in the UK, 2 hours from Atlanta, 3 hours from Nashville. And now we're kind of within hitting distance of New Orleans as well. So we're about a 5 hour drive from New Orleans. There is actually also an Amtrak route that connects New York to New Orleans, and that comes through Atlanta and Birmingham and Tuscaloosa in Alabama as well. So great for people who aren't necessarily looking to drive whilst they're there. Birmingham, modern day, very much known as the dinner table of the South. So in America, they have the James Beard Awards, which basically celebrate fantastic chefs, fantastic restaurants, and Alabama restaurants, specifically Birmingham restaurants, are always very, very well represented. Back in 2019, Highlands Bar and Grill, which the photo of the guy in the middle there, that's Chef Frank Stitt, he was awarded the most exceptional restaurant in the whole of America, and his pastry chef was awarded the same accolade as well, the most outstanding pastry chef in the whole of America. So incredible food scene going on there. Not as expensive as you might expect as well. So you can get a really, really fantastic, like I say, award-winning meal for not the the same sort of money that you might look at spending if you were going to somewhere like New York or Los Angeles or somewhere like that. So this is Alabama's largest city in terms of metro area. So this really, Huntsville, like I say, is quite light and airy, quite green, quite spacious. Birmingham absolutely is a city. You've got the skyscrapers. It's got a big concentration of people sort of living in downtown and businesses and attractions as well. So I've mentioned modern day Birmingham obviously being the dinner table of the South. We also have the world's largest motorcycle museum, which is Barber Motorsports. Birmingham of the past has a bit more of a dark history. Obviously, it was very, very it was a very pivotal city within the American Civil Rights Movement. And the church that you see there on the left, the 16th Street Baptist Church, that was a real pivotal moment in the American civil rights story. This was the church that was bombed by the Ku Klux Klan one Sunday morning, which resulted in 4 young girls losing their life. So this was a real moment that focused the worldwide media, everything into what was going on in the South. I've just thought I've covered 3 cities. I've got only a minute and a half left, so I'm going to rattle through the rest of it really quickly. About an hour and a half, 2 hours south, we're in Montgomery. Montgomery is the state capital, probably one of the most historically important cities in the whole of America. So this church here is the only church that Dr. Martin Luther King ever pastored at. He then transitioned into becoming a civil rights leader. Lots and lots of civil rights museums and attractions, etc., within Montgomery. So absolutely well worth a visit when you're there. Very, very walkable city. 2.5 hours south of that, we're in Mobile. So Mobile is actually the original home of Mardi Gras. So Mardi Gras was celebrated in Mobile just under 20 years before New Orleans was actually discovered. Still celebrated today, very, very much so. Big, big party, same time, about 6-7 weeks before Easter. Also, it's home of the Clotilda, which is the last known slave ship that brought slaves in from Africa. What is significant about this is this was 50 years after slavery had been kind of, or bringing new slaves into the country had been abolished. So there's a whole kind of museum and interpretive sense that you can visit there. And every good road trip should end up on the beach. So we have 32 miles of incredible sugar white sand beaches. This links into Florida. So obviously you follow the panhandle round. We'll take you down to St. Pete's, Clearwater, Tampa, etc. We probably have the world's greatest honky tonk, which is the Floribama, which is a bar that's right on the Florida-Alabama coastline. As you can see, beautiful sugar white sand beaches, 32 miles of them. Great opportunities to go out and see dolphins in their natural environment, in their pods, etc. So there we go. Finally, Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, widely regarded as the best value for money golf in the whole of America. So PGA quality courses at public course prices. And I've mentioned quite a bit about civil rights. Alabama has always had its own civil rights trail that has now developed and it's become the US Civil Rights Trail. However, Alabama has more sites of historical relevance or importance, I should say, than any other state, and Montgomery has more than any other city. So there you go. That's Alabama in a little over a 10-minute nutshell. And I will pass back over to Simon now.
My goodness gracious me. Do you feel worn out?
I feel absolutely exhausted. I think I might have to get myself a little cheeky Lucozade Sport or a Red Bull just to get back in the game.
We can edit you down to 9. Don't worry. We can. If you want your version brought back to you. No, that was fantastic. That was really good, Andy. Thank you so much. I've got a couple of quick questions for you from the agents who are watching. I think
Wonderful.
this is. I'm going to sort of maybe expand on Rich's question a little bit. Rich asks sort of best time of year to visit, but also he says, do you fly in to Atlanta? I know you mentioned that. Are there other opportunities? And what would you recommend as the time you spend in total? I know you're going to say 2 weeks. Don't say 2 weeks. Say, whatever it is. How long would you recommend Alabama needs?
I would say probably a week and 7 days.
Okay.
No, she said not 2 weeks. It's Alan. You wouldn't necessarily visit Alabama on its own. There's something. I mean, you could easily spend 10 days in Alabama experiencing everything. I think what we tend to find is most people will do it as part of a Deep South itinerary. So maybe an 18, 19 night itinerary, flying to Nashville. Yeah, in terms of, so answering the flying question, we have direct flights with British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, and Delta into Atlanta, and British Airways fly directly into Nashville and New Orleans as well, all from Heathrow. You've also got Manchester flights into Delta on the BA Delta Connection partnership, and also Edinburgh as well. So they're your direct flights into there. Best time to visit, very much the spring and the fall. Obviously, we're a subtropical climate, so we can get incredibly hot in the summer, 100% humidity. I'm really looking forward to going out there in August. It's going to be very, very warm. But luckily, I have short hair, so I don't have to worry about my hair straighteners. But yeah, the spring and the fall are great. That said, I've been in November, December. I've been in a t-shirt and shorts. Apologies to the people who saw my legs, but it's equally as pleasant that time of year as well. So yeah, we really are a year-round destination, but obviously we can get extremes in the summer and the winter.
I think that you answered that very well. I think the thing to remember with that as well is that, especially with the South, I've been out. My relatives lived out in South Carolina for a while, and you go there at certain times of year, and you expect it to be cooler, and it isn't. It sometimes can be 85 degrees, and it's just a little bit unusual. So you can't. This isn't answering it perfectly, but what Andy said is quite true. You can't really predict it. It's just to look ahead and see what there is coming, basically, and be led by
Definitely.
that.
I definitely say
Okay.
in the winter it's a matter of layers, because, like I say, I've been in there in December just before or just after Thanksgiving, and I've been sweating, and I've got a nice little red line where I've got a little bit of sun that I wasn't expecting. But then I've been there similar time of year and it's been freezing, and I've been, woolly hat and gloves and all of that. So that is unusual, but it is possible. So
It is. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Andy. That's really helpful. We'll send you on anything else that we get in terms of questions
wonderful.
so that you can do that. Could you please, now to round off, tell us what your prize is and then give us your question?
Okay, so the prize we'll be giving away today is an Amazon Echo Dot, so a nice little personal assistant there, nice little smart speaker. And the question today is, where is the world's largest space museum?
Okay. Remember, don't answer it on the chat. Don't put it on the Q&A, because everyone else will learn it. It's go to our website after the webinar. It'll be up there on travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. Thank you now to Andy. If we don't
No
see you at the
worries.
end, we will wish you well.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm going to have to log off now. Unfortunately, I've got to make my way down to London for an event this evening. So it was lovely talking to you all. Thank you very much for your time. And yeah, I enjoyed the rest of the presentations. They're all awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you. See you soon.
Thanks.
Cheers, Andy. Thanks a
Cheers,
lot.
everyone.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. Right. Okay. Let's now welcome back Jane from United Airlines. Jane, we can't hear what you have to tell our agents about. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. Okay. And just, I know Andy's gone, but you can now tell us that you're not launching a flight into Alabama as far as you're aware.
Yeah, not a direct one from the UK as far as I'm aware. But yeah, we have great connections for those multi-centres that include Alabama, so we can definitely get you there.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Right, I'll let you share, and then
Okay.
I will go off screen as soon as you're happy.
Okie dokie. One moment. I think I have a satellite delay on my full screen. There we go. Hopefully you'll see that in a
We're all
sec.
good. We'll leave
Great,
you to it.
thanks. Great. Well, yeah, lovely to see you all today, and thanks for joining. I'll give you a quick overview of everything United, and especially our premium service offers. So I'll just start with our US hubs. So we have 7 US hubs altogether. We're very much a hub and spoke carrier. So we serve hundreds of destinations from each of these hubs. As you can see, Denver's over 400, Chicago over 500. From the UK, New York's our biggest hub. Chicago's our hometown. But as you can see, we have great coverage, whether it's East, Midwest, West Coast, or down in Houston, getting down to the South, and also Latin America. Just sharing our UK schedules. This is our summer schedule. We're currently flying out of Edinburgh and Heathrow from the UK. So we have 20 flights a day, peak summer, from Heathrow's Terminal 2. And 4 flights a day from Edinburgh. We do serve Edinburgh year-round with a Newark service, and then we just add additional capacity in the summer and those additional routes. Heathrow, all hubs are served year-round. We just ramp up the capacity during the summer months, as you'd expect. So onto product. So this is our lovely Polaris cabin. Polaris named after the North Star. It's a very up-to-date, modern experience. It's all forward-facing, as you can see. This is one of our wide-body 787s. So all forward-facing, about 2 meters of sleeping space. You get therabody amenity kits, so really nice little products in your amenity pack to help you feel relaxed on board. It's a very sleep-themed cabin. We give luxury Saks Fifth Avenue bedding. So when you get on board, you will get a pile of blankets and pillows, cooling gel pillows that passengers try to fit in the briefcases, but really is a nice way to travel. You've also got the lounges available to you, whether that's a Polaris lounge in the US or one of our United clubs down at Heathrow or across the network. Chef-inspired menus, and if you've got the United app, you can choose your preferred menu choice up to 3 days before departure, which is a nice feature. And you'll get dedicated check-in desks, security lanes, and priority boarding as well. Now, I don't know if any of you might have seen lately in the trade press, we've announced a refresh to our Polaris cabin. So we're giving it a refresh and introducing the Polaris Studio seats. So this is going to be on a new 787-8 Dreamliner that we'll be receiving next year. So very exciting new product. The Polaris Studios, we're going to have 8 of those within the Polaris cabin. And they're going to be 25% larger than the standard seats. You will see there on the top picture, you can have a guest in some of these seats, the little ottoman with the seat belt. 4K OLED screens throughout, and then we've got upgraded amenities with these studio seats as well, with hoodie pajamas, fancy headphones, and even more luxurious amenity kits. You'll also have access to our global reception area and our sort of global services, and that's really what we give to our highest level of frequent flyer. So you are the VVIP of United when flying in Polaris Studio. So that'll start flying on San Francisco to London next year. So watch this space for further announcements on that. This is our Premium Plus cabin, which is what we call Premium Economy. So as you can see, currently it's sort of defined by the purple seats, wider, more spacious than your standard economy seats. It is a 242 configuration. Quite small compared to some of our competitors, so it does fill up quite quickly. So do try and book that well in advance. You get the upgraded dining and beverage offering as well, with the noise cancelling headphones, and again the Saks Fifth Avenue pillow and blanket. And extra checked baggage as well. You get 2 lots of 23 kilos checked bags on that cabin. I also want to just touch on economy, and a USP for United, and it's throughout all our cabins, is that we still give free seat assignments from the time of booking. So it really can be a huge saving when you've bought a business or premium economy class. I think you would expect a seat assignment included with that. So with United, you do get that. And we also do that in economy as well. So once you've booked, do try and allocate seats. You don't need to ticket it unless it's for the economy plus extra legroom seats. Seating aside, we've got Wi-Fi available on board via the app. The net fares all include a 23-kilo bag. We serve a hot meal. It's usually a chicken or vegetarian option with beer, wine, soft drinks, seat back entertainment, really everything you could expect from a full service carrier. And then continuing with that refresh that we've got in Polaris coming on board soon, the same aircraft obviously will have premium economy and main economy cabin. So we're excited that that's also getting a revamp. So Premium Plus, you'll see there a new design for that seat. So it's changing from the purple to the grey and blue. And they've included a bit more of a privacy screen with reading lights. Again, screens have been upgraded throughout, and new technology with Bluetooth connectivity in every seat and power as well. So looking forward to seeing this new product come on board. As I mentioned earlier, with the Polaris cabin, you get Polaris lounge access. So we have these in our 6 hubs, just Denver to come on board shortly. But these are for our international business class passengers only. So they're much more quieter than our regular United clubs. You can have a more restaurant-style dining experience rather than the buffet experience you'd get in the club. But yeah, they are exclusive for international business class passengers only. So you can't be a United domestic frequent flyer and get in there. You can't flash your Star Alliance Gold card and get in. They really are a VIP experience as well. And then we've just opened our new reopened lounge in Chicago. So again, we've expanded that with 50% more space, a very popular hub of ours. So we just wanted to give that a bit more space. So check that out if you're going through Chicago. And I think I have a video on San Francisco just to give you a feel. So let's get this started. I hope that didn't make you too hungry if you've not eaten your lunch yet. So the United app, I do have to recommend any travellers you have with United, do recommend that they download the app. It can save travellers up to 30 minutes at the airport. It has some really cool features like automatic bag tracking. You can do free messaging when you're on board. You can do wayfinding through the airport, and live chat with the res agents. There's just some of the key standout features, but there's many more as well. We have live activities, so you can have a timer to tell you how long it is till the gate will open, which is quite handy if you want to know if you've got time to grab that extra drink at the bar or a spot of lunch pre-boarding. And then here's a quick video just to, again, just re-emphasize some of the features of the United app.
This is the story of the airport, and it can feel a little out of your hands. But what if, instead of being stuck in line, the United app could help you just skip it? Looking for your gate? What if a map could take you right there? And instead of wondering about your checked bag, what if you could just follow along? So yeah, turns out a better travel experience is in your hands with the world's most downloaded airline app.
Finally, from me, just our agency support. We do have a team based in London, sales solution team. So they're there to answer any queries you might have with any United bookings. We've also got a groups team. They're based in Buenos Aires, but they do work UK hours. So you can also email them with groups of 9 or more. And Jetstream, jetstream.united.com. That's our 24/7 go-to trade portal. So if there's ever any weather incidents, something you think needs to be addressed out of hours, then do check that page out. It'll have all our waivers up there straight away and lots of product info as well. So I'm not sure how I'm doing on time, so I'll refer back to Simon.
Fantastic. You're a minute over, but you're not naughty.
Oh.
You're okay. You're okay.
Thank you.
You've done well. Thank you, Jane. That's fantastic. I know it's very hard to get everything in to a short space of time. Right. Couple of quick questions for you. And I think it's mostly to do with Polaris, because everyone's obviously keen. Is it available on all ex-UK routes in that sense? Is everything there?
The Polaris cabin is, but the seat that you saw, obviously that was a wide body aircraft, and from Scotland, from Edinburgh, we only have generally a 757, which is single aisle. So the only difference really is it's not an all aisle access from Edinburgh. So yeah, good spot. I should have clarified that.
Okay, but everything's from what we're seeing, everything's being brought in, and you've got the hubs being updated as well in terms of the studios and what have you.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, the studios is the really new thing. That's gonna, take a bit of time, but you'll see that soon. But Polaris in its current form, which is lovely, you get the exact service experience, just the seat is slightly different on the 757s.
Okay, I know this is going to sound. This is a bit of someone has put the question in there. What is roughly the sort of additional cost in terms of Polaris versus the standard?
Gosh, yeah, that is quite a tough question because I never look at pricing.
Okay, it's one that will be live priced anyway, won't it? Depending on how busy you are.
Yeah, whether there's promos, obviously if you can keep a Saturday night stay in there, you can get the more leisure focused fares, which are generally cheaper. But yeah, at the moment it's a tricky one to answer. It tends to be cheaper in the summer when you've got less corporates traveling, because it is kind of a corporate cabin. So for the leisure passenger, summer and school holidays is actually a good time to go.
I'm going to ask a question now, because this is one that came up with a partner airline of yours, should we say? And it came up at a recent event we were doing, and how long are you allowed to stay in the studio? Is there a time limit?
In the Polaris
business class lounges, how long are you? Is there a time limit?
That is a good question. I believe when it's busy, it's 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, I think that's about average. I think that's the only reason I bring it up.
I don't think we're going to kick you out.
No, the only reason I bring it up is another airline, which is a partner airline of yours, has a policy of no time limit. You can be there from if your flight is at 7 in the evening, you can get there at 10 in the morning when it opens or whenever it opens and stay all day, which would be great use of that day bed, I have to say, because that day bed looks particularly comfortable.
But, well, maybe I should clarify, because I'm thinking on the spot here a little bit.
It's worth checking.
Yeah,
because your customers, might like. Yeah, I know people like to take advantage of the lounges if they're booked in. They like to.
Yeah, it's worth getting there early to, like you say, take advantage.
Yeah, get good value out of it. But thank you ever so much, Jane. That was fantastic.
We
will forward anything else on to you. I'm going to ask you now to tell us about your prize and then ask your question.
Oh, yeah. So the prize is a delicious Marks and Spencer's afternoon tea hamper. And the question is, what is the name of United's international business class cabin?
Okay, well, no, if no one gets that, I should be astounded now. But so remember, everyone, go to the website. You will see it on our website after the webinar is over, and it's travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. Thank you, Jane. Remember, this is an M&S afternoon tea hamper. It features the world's fastest food, I hope. If you don't know the answer to that one won't be on the website. I expect answers to that one via the chat. Anyway, what is the world's fastest food? And you can tell me. I'm going to move on now. Thank you, Jane. I will see you again at the end. Thank you, Nikki. You are absolutely right. It is the scone. So I will see you all in a bit. Right, next we have up on our presentation roster for today, we have, on behalf of Vincci Hotels, we have Rosina. Please, Rosina, if you would make yourself.
Yes.
There you are. There she, and as if by magic, she arrives. Thank you very much for joining us, Rosina. I'm going to cut to the chase and let you share now, and then I will see you again at the end in 10 minutes' time.
Thank you, Simon. I will do my best. Okay. One moment.
Okay.
I will try to share.
I'll stay here until I think you're all good.
Okay.
I'm here. Don't worry.
So let me have a look. It's coming. Can you see it?
Yes, I just need it to go full screen, and we're good. Far away. I will leave you.
Perfect. Thank you, Simon. Hello, everybody. We're coming from Europe. We're like in the USA, and now we're going to Europe again with a small Spanish chain, Vincci Hotels. It's a Spanish chain owned by 4 brothers, and we especially have our hotels in Spain, mainland, but also in Portugal, Tunisia, Greece. But I had made a small selection of hotels because it's more than 40 hotels, and I don't think I managed to speak about all 40 hotels only in 10 minutes. So I made a small selection of the nicest ones we have. I will start just to present a little bit our property. So 31 hotels in Spain, 6 in Portugal, 5 in Tunisia, and 1 in Greece. I will start with Spain, 19 properties in Spain, and we made like a small selection. I will start in where we have our head office in Madrid. Vincci is well known for we are looking always for like typical iconic buildings, and we like to restore and like convert them in like hotels. And the nice thing about that, the old buildings are like all small hotels because we convert them in hotels, which they're like boutique hotels. And this one especially not Vincci Capital, but it's a very emblematic hotel. I think everybody knows the swept sign. It's in Gran Via in the south of Madrid, a beautiful hotel with very nice views. And as you can see, the rooftops are amazing. The views are amazing for everywhere you are. Then we go to Vincci Centrum. I put this hotel inside also because this is just redecorated. It's in the center. It's in center of Madrid also. And as you can see, the style of the hotels, they've got each, although it's a chain, every hotel has got its own style. We'll go forward. Vincci Soho, very nice hotel in Barrio Las Letras, very nice place where you have tapa bars and things like that. And it's made like a carnival. It's being on a carnival. As you can see, my favorite hotel in Madrid is the Mint, because when you come inside this hotel, it smells as mint. Very special. I will pass through because the time is passing by quickly. And as you can see, like I told before, the typical old buildings we have. Barcelona, one of the favorite places as well. Barcelona, we have 4 hotels. I will show you 2 hotels. The one's more centric, Maya and Gala. Gala is the most centric one next to Plaza La Coruña, and of course with the rooftop, with the pool area. And then we go to Mai. The nice thing about Mai is being like, you like it or you love this hotel or you hate this hotel, because it's very special. The decoration is a little bit different, very dark in some places, because it's based on Mai West. So everywhere you will go, you will see like being on a movie set, seeing things and phrases of Mai West. very special views, wonderful views. Valencia, we have to support Valencia, but because they suffered a lot with the Dana in October, as everybody knows. We will have next summer 4 hotels in Valencia. I will talk about 2 of them. Vincci Lis, this is a beautiful hotel, very centric as well, very nice style. So you can see Vincci Palace, very special place. As you can see, it's a typical buildings, the old buildings like where I told you before, like restored. Bilbao. Nice thing of Bilbao is, I don't know if you know Bilbao, but it's a lovely small city, very authentic, very nice food. And Consulado de Bilbao, it's next to the Guggenheim Museum. So it's a very nice 4-star hotel. All Vincci hotels are 4- and 5-star hotels. I forgot to tell you that. As you can see the Guggenheim Museum just next to the hotel. Malaga, everybody loves Malaga, the Costa del Sol. We have 3 hotels in that area. We have Larios Diez, a very nice hotel in this Larios Street. Then we have Posada de Patio, 5-star hotel, and Selección Alaisha. So Alaisha is a very nice boutique 5-star hotel in Bernamádena. So Posada de Patio is a very special hotel. This one is built, and we were like rebuilding the hotel. We found like the old seawall here, and we tried to do something special with it. And as you can see, our restaurant is just above the city wall. So you're having dinner just up here, and you will see the city wall beneath it. And we have tours and everything, very special. So this is our hotel in Larios Diez. We opened this one in 2019, very big hotel because we had the pandemic, but we survived. And as you can see, a very modern hotel. Every hotel is different. It's not that you're staying in a Vincci, it's always the same. No, it's always different. Very beautiful views. Alaisha Boutique Hotel. This is a very nice hotel on the beach. You will have amazing views, very special attention, very small hotel, only 37 rooms. So it's very special. Lots of our hotels have spas as well, especially our 5-star hotels. There are now Namu spas. So the spas are also from Vincci. And then every hotel, Vincci hotel where we have a spa, you will have the same products. So you know that you will be in a Namu spa. Seville, who doesn't like Seville? In Seville, we've got 4 hotels at the moment. Our newest hotel is Onuk. And this is a very special hotel because this is a hotel with a Michelin key. I never heard it, but it exists. But I will start with the one, the typical Seville hotel. That's Vincci La Rábida. It's made in an old palace. And as you can see, it's the typical style from Seville. Amazing views, of course. As you can see, just looking at the time, just to go and move a little bit faster, I think. Vincci Monviedro, it's in the same street, but it's different. It's more modern, very nice views. And this hotel has also got a part like apartments. So if people want to prefer to have an apartment, they just cross the street and they will have apartments with the hotel facilities and on the other side of the square. Onuk, what I told you before, the Michelin Key Hotel, very nice hotel, very small hotel. And as you can see, amazing views wherever you are. In Granada, we have got 2 hotels. What we've seen is the typical hotel. It's like being in Granada, in Alhambra, you know, and the typical style from there. And then also we have like a leisure hotel there, but a winter leisure hotel, Rumaiquilla. It's our 5-star hotel in Rumaiquilla in Sierra Nevada, and it's like if you want something special for a client who wants to go skiing. A small boutique hotel because it's only 65 rooms. It's a very nice hotel to go to. The one I'm based in Tenerife, Canary Islands, very nice hotel. It's in the south of Tenerife, La Plantación del Sur. It's built on an old banana plantation, so you will see the banana plantation everywhere. Very lovely views. Only 165 rooms with amazing views everywhere. Lots of parts. When you can see on the bottom, you can see a part of the spa, Namu. And as you can see, Atlantic Ocean everywhere you look. So I will go to Portugal. We also have some properties in Portugal, in Lisbon and Oporto. So we have Liberada and Alfama. Alfama is our most smallest hotel from the chain, only 22 rooms. And Liberada is in the part of Liberada. It's a very beautiful part of Lisbon, more like a little bit posh part, and the building is very nice. Very different hotel, because it's a little bit shocking. If you go inside or outside, the hotel is like very old, and then inside you've got like modern colors, as you can see. Alfama, very small, 22 rooms only. Our newest hotel from the company at the moment, and a lovely hotel, very small, very cozy in Alfama. Oporto, I really like, I put inside the Oporto hotel because it's very special, and of course Ponte de Ferro. But this one is made in an old hangar, so it's very Art Deco style, very different, very special. And I will go to Ponte de Ferro now. What can I say about this hotel? Next to the bridge, amazing views, and very good, very good position. Then I go quickly to Greece because I'm almost out of time. So in Greece, we have in Riviera Attica, our hotel, Ever Eden Beach Resort. Very nice 4-star hotel with a private beach, very modern. One of our bigger hotels, more than 200 rooms for our company, a quite big hotel. So this is my presentation. If you got any questions, just let me know. And I will try to stop sharing now. Let me have a look.
Amazing, yeah. Fantastic, Rosina. You've covered I don't know how many hotels, but so many.
Yeah, I was like, oh, sorry.
No, it's really up. I've got a couple of questions which I will ask you now. I'm going to quickly, I'll do that, and I'll wrap up something else because Jane's come back on something that I asked her as well. So, right, okay. Daryl asks, what are the board bases? Is every board basis available at every property, or does it vary?
No. Normally in the city hotels, we have a bed and breakfast. And leisure hotels, we have normally half board.
Okay, and then one more thing as well. In terms of Rich asks, in terms of the room configurations, do you have the opportunity for any of the hotels where you can share a room with children, or a lot of them interconnecting, I'm guessing, as well?
Especially the one I'm based in Tenerife, it's La Plantación del Sur, where I'm sitting now. And this one, we've got like interconnecting rooms, like special adapted rooms, and generally, especially in the leisure hotels, we've got a very nice leisure hotel. I didn't mention in Cadiz, and that one has got like a family suites. It's only suites, so it's fantastic for families.
Fantastic. Okay. Anything else we will pass on to you as well. If I could ask you to wrap up by telling us about your prize and then asking your question.
Yes, of course. I will invite 2 persons here in La Plantación del Sur to our Namu Spa, and afterwards they can have a lovely dinner at our terrace overlooking the ocean. What more do you want?
Sounds lovely. And your question?
The only thing they need to tell me in which island, Canary Islands, is one of the Vincci Hotels.
Fantastic. Okay. That's very kind. Thank you very much, Rosina. If you would like to mute yourself and turn your camera off, we will see you again in 10 minutes time or so. Right. And we now have our final presenter for this afternoon's webinar. Please, Anna from the Wellwind Collection, please share your screen and I'll let you fire away.
Thank you, Simon. Hi, everyone. So yes, I'm Anna from the Wellwind Collection, and I'm going to take you on a very short whistle-stop tour of the Caribbean because I've got 5 hotels in 10 minutes. So it is going to be a very quick overview, and I'll follow up with lots of information for you afterwards. So I'm going to lead in with some of the lesser-known properties. So Soltera is a brand new property on the island of South Caicos in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Opened in March this year. It is independently owned, but it's part of Luxury Collection and Marriott Bonvoy. So do make sure you're registered on Marriott Bonvoy, and you will see agent rewards and FAMs and that sort of thing on there. So South Caicos is known as the island of white gold, and this is due to the salt industry of the past. Absolutely stunning, stunning scenery. You've got these gorgeous shallow sandbanks, and you can go paddling way out into the ocean there. It's very shallow. So how do you get to South Caicos? You actually fly into Providenciale. So British Airways have got flights twice a week into Providenciale. And then it's a short 15-minute flight down to South Caicos. The alternative is you can fly directly from South Caicos to Miami. It's just a nice 1.5-hour flight. I did this in April, very, very easy, because South Caicos is such a small airport. And then we connect with British Airways back to London the same day. So South Caicos is very much known for its nature and beauty, bone fishing. You've got flamingos in their natural habitat, those historical salt salinas. And it's also a very active island, so you can hike, you can bike around. It's got some of the most exquisite sea life in the Caribbean as well. So absolutely incredible diving directly there from the beach as well. So we're on a 3,000-foot, absolutely gorgeous white sand, turquoise water beach. Some of the beaches in Turks and Caicos are the best in the Caribbean. We do all of our own adventures in-house, so it's our on-site water sport operator, and we also coordinate all the activities. We've got 6 bars and restaurants, so it's a bed and breakfast board basis, but there are a couple of restaurants out within walking distance from the property as well. And then we have a full destination spa with an aquathermal journey, 4 swimming pools as well, and pickleball tennis courts, a state-of-the-art fitness centre there. So you can see how the pool is laid out overlooking the ocean there. We have a kids pool next door to that. All of the rooms are very contemporary. So these are our lead-in category oceanfront suites. Absolutely stunning, oversized bathrooms, very contemporary in style, all ocean facing there. And then we also have 2-bedroom oceanfront suites that are great for our families. And we have the 3-bedroom presidential suites right at the top, glass floor to ceiling. You get your own telescope. You can watch the whale migration from there as well. So we are all about families as well as couples, but we do have a fantastic kids club for ages 4 to 12. But we do also offer babysitting services for children 8 months to 12 years. And it's all around the themes of nature, sports, and the ecosystem of Turks and Caicos. So this is the kids pool here, and you've got those beautiful cabanas behind it. We have 6 restaurants, which I've already mentioned, right the way up to fine dining. And also we have our cafes where you can go and grab your light bites. We have Regatta where you have your breakfast overlooking the beach there. And we also have a beachside restaurant serving sort of Latin inspired and Caribbean food. And we have a food truck, which is street food, and we change the menu on a weekly basis as well. So now moving on islands, we've got Blue Waters Resort and Spa in Antigua. So I'm sure many of you know this property, owned by the Randall family, who are a British family. They've had it since 1984. They took it from 30 rooms right the way up to 83 rooms, suites and villas that it is today. A lot of investment has gone into this property. We get absolutely incredible TripAdvisor reviews. It is such a wonderful, intimate style of property in the Caribbean. And it really does have a Caribbean feel to it as well. You know you're in Antigua. So we have 3 semi-private beach coves, 7 swimming pools. So even when the resort's full, you never feel like the resort's full because there's lots of different places to hang out across the property. We have our adults only pool with our double day beds. We have Veronica's where we have our sunset cocktail and hors d'oeuvre every evening. It's a beautiful spot to watch the sun go down. And then 4 pools, which are exclusive to our Cove Suite guests as well. So I won't go into loads of detail about the accommodation, but we have the Blue Water side of the property where we have our deluxe beachfront rooms. They are our lead-in category. A lot of those interconnect, which are perfect for families wanting separate sleeping space. We have 3 fantastic resort villas with their own private pools as well. So you get the benefit of being right in the heart of the resort in a private villa, but you've got all of the amenities of the resort as well. And then just a short stroll away, we have our Cove Suites. So we have the Cove Suites on the first 2 levels. And at the top, we have these fabulous 3-bedroom penthouses. So perfect for your multi-generational families there. And they benefit from their Cove concierge and the pools there as well. These are our brand new luxury suites with the plunge pool. They are 2-bedroom suites, which have been in huge demand for those families wanting the separate sleeping space as well. And we're going to be building another one later this year. We have a la carte premium dining, so we don't have buffets of any kind apart from our weekly barbecue, which is really popular, and also our cold options at breakfast. We have kids menus in all of our restaurants as well. All 3 restaurants are part of the all-inclusive program if your guests opt for all-inclusive, and I would definitely recommend that if you're staying in Antigua, just because you can't just walk out to restaurants, but there's some amazing places to go and visit across the island there. And then in the evening, Pelican Bar comes alive. We have entertainment most nights of the week down there. And it really is the heart of the resort. This is where it's such a sociable place to go, and a lot of people come back and they make friends at the property. We're all about luxury laid-back service, and you will see this on TripAdvisor. A lot of our staff are mentioned by name. They are an extension of the Randall family. A lot of them have been with us for many, many years. And during the holidays, we are all about kids. So we have a fantastic kids club for ages 5 to 12. We've got lots of exciting brand new activities this summer, which I've sent out, but we're putting on social media as well. And then outside of the holidays, we are all about adults and couples. So it's 95% adults. And we have a daily activities program running from yoga, wine tasting. We have mixology. We have non-motorized water sports from paddleboards, kayaking, sailing. And then we also have 3 private resort boats. The hut from the Isle of Wight actually came to Antigua in November last year. So this is brand new. It's only 10 minutes by boat from Blue Waters. So very accessible, very easy to get to. I definitely recommend heading down there for the day. So now moving on to the third property, we've got the Landings Resort and Spa in St Lucia. Another well-known property, not to be confused with Windjammer Landing, 2 very different properties. But we are set around this fabulous marina, but also on one of the best beaches in St Lucia. It's 800 feet, white sand, turquoise waters. It's very calm and safe for swimming. But every single suite has got a water view, whether that be marina, ocean, or a beach. So some of our highlights, as I already mentioned, we are an all-suite resort, so we don't have rooms of any kind. So do bear this in mind when you're looking at the price point. We actually lead in from 950 square foot. They are really spacious suites. We're set just 5 minutes from Rodney Bay with all of its shops, bars and restaurants. So it's really easy to get around and be very independent. So we do offer bed and breakfast or an all-inclusive meal plan at the property. So we have 1, 2 and 3 bedroom villa suites, and the 3-bedroom goes right the way up to 3,500 square foot. They will fit families of up to 7. Very few accommodations in the Caribbean can cater for families this size, so they are fantastic for families. They've got kitchen, living spaces. They've all got a balcony overlooking the water there as well. The kids club's available for ages 4 to 12, and that runs all year round, run by Aunt Kathy. She's got lots of space to take the kids around the resort, do lots of different activities from fishing to picnics, to sandcastle building, and also we'll do arts and crafts within the kids centre. And then we have a teens program for ages 13 to 16. Because of the style of accommodation we have, we do actually have a lot of older families. So it's all about them having an adventure, and it's different activities they can take part in throughout the day and the evening. Non-motorised water sports are part of the rate, and motorised water sports are just a small supplement. So that's inflatable ride and water skiing. We offer tuition there as well. We have a full wellness program. So we have a team on property that will offer Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates. We have tennis and pickleball courts. So there's a lot of different activities to keep you healthy and active during your holiday. In terms of culinary, we actually had a brand new restaurant open in 2022 was our first one that opened Callaloo, which changed from a cafe style to this chic looking beachfront restaurant. We then opened Suru last year, which is our brand new Asian fusion restaurant that opened in August. It's got a sushi bar in it. And then we've also got the Beach Club, which is a mixture of a la carte and buffet Caribbean style dining. We're going to be completely transforming this later this year. We do also have a coffee shop. This is the one area that's not part of the all-inclusive, but it's there on offer. You can go and grab your ice creams and light bites from there. And then you can see this year our brand new beach club that's going to be arriving. Really excited about this. It's going to really bring the beach alive and give the landings a real heart to the resort there. And also just elevating our poolside atmosphere with these brand new cabanas that we're going to be offering. So Vicuti and Tara, so another resort set on the wonderful island of Aruba. Don't forget Aruba when offering the Caribbean to your clients. It is a gem of the Caribbean. It's outside of the hurricane belt. You can go all year round. It's one of the safest islands to go to as well. There is no direct flight from the UK, so this is the only downside, but that means you do have lots of regional connections that you can get with KLM from all of the regions around the UK. So it's actually would be quicker to get there than actually with the BA flight that used to be in operation. So we're just 15 minutes up from Arandastad Airport, so set on Eagle Beach, which is the more exclusive part of the island. It's absolutely breathtaking beach, wide open spaces. You might not see people for miles. You can just walk up and down this area. We've got more space and privacy than any other resort in Aruba. We're adults only 104 rooms and suites. It is also family owned by the Beamans family, and you can really feel this as you go through the resort, but with all the little touches that they have, and they are very much a part of the day-to-day running and management. We don't take groups of any kind to keep within the intimate ambience, but we do have fabulous honeymoon guests, and we can take small intimate weddings there as well, and also celebrations if you're marking an anniversary or a milestone birthday there as well. We have our moonlight and twilight dining service. It's just a wonderful place to just go and sit on the beach and enjoy the sun going down, some of the most spectacular sunsets on that beach. 4 different room categories. They're all very contemporary style, and I would definitely recommend upgrading to our deluxe ocean fronts because you've got that gorgeous view. Or we also have our dedicated honeymoon suites, the Tara wing, with penthouses at the top as well. Just the one restaurant on the property, because there's over 250 to explore in Aruba. You don't need to go all inclusive in Aruba. It's definitely not. So explore all the restaurants that are there to on offer. You can walk to many of them, but we do offer a half board dine around with 6 other restaurants in the local areas for guests to enjoy as well. But we do have extensive vegan, vegetarian and gluten-free menus. We've completely transformed the beach club there as well. And we're all about curated wellness. So it's not just about couples. If you want to come for a wellness holiday, it's the perfect area for that. You've got wide open spaces down on the beach to come and do your meditation, your yoga, your beach walks, and we can curate an entire program for guests that want more as well. Completely carbon neutral. So we were the first hotel in North America to become carbon neutral. It's all very much solar powered, and I can send you more information on the sustainability there. Last but not least, Apes Hill in Barbados. This opened in January 2024. Brand new golf villa lifestyle resort set 1,000 feet above sea level. So it's a very unique property. You've got these simultaneous panoramic views of the west and the east coast because of where we're located. It's also a bit cooler up there because of where it's located. You're just a 10-minute drive down to Hull Town, which is where guests can use complimentary beach access at Fairmont Royal Pavilion. But we are building our own beach club, and that's going to open later this year up at Speightstown. Again, it's just 10 minutes from the resort, and we will offer complimentary transport for our guests to go there. So our leading villas, we have a collection of 26 luxury 3 and 4 bedroom villas. The courtyard villas are our 3-bedroom villas with their own private pool, 30-foot pool, 3 ensuite bedrooms, and it's absolutely stunning. Really, really huge villas. And these ones will take up to 6 guests. They come with their own golf cart as well. And then we have our brand new 4-bedroom villas, which opened in May. They're 2 bedrooms either side, a king and a twin. You've got this beautiful open plan living and dining space, so you could have 2 families in there at once. Our villas actually lead in from $1,000 a night, so they are incredible value for what you get. And you get your own private pool with these ones as well. They overlook the ocean and come with their golf cart, and they will take up to 8. So for 2025 and 2026, we're including 3 rounds of golf with our 3-bedroom villas and 4 rounds with our 4-bedroom villas, plus an in-villa premium 1-day chef's experience. So that, again, you get amazing inclusions for the price point as well. So we are set on this absolutely gorgeous championship golf course. We've completely remodeled it. You can only play on the course if you're staying at Apes Hill or if you own a villa. We have the Little Apes Par 3 short course, which is perfect for kids learning to play golf. We do little kids competitions on there as well. So that is a 9-hole course. We then also have our performance centre with our golf pros on site. We have a driving range, chipping green. You can do all your biomechanics there as well. But it's not just about golf, because we recognise that people want to do other activities. So we are all about wellness and lifestyle. So we have our seasonal kids programme. We have 8 paddle tennis courts and 2 tennis courts, and we do offer paddle tennis competitions. So if you've got clients that are really into paddle, definitely consider sending them to Apes Hill. We do hiking. We've got guided hikes. We have farm to table experiences, and we also offer beach experiences. We'll take the guests down to the beach there. 2 restaurants, just the 20th hole, which is our casual daytime dining, and the Noisy Cricket, which is our clubhouse, and that's open during lunchtime and in the evening as well. And I think that's everything. So 5 resorts in 10 minutes, very, very quick, but I will follow up with lots of information. So yeah, thank you very, very much for listening.
Fantastic, Anna. I know that it's a rush. I really do appreciate you've had to sort of fly through it there. I'm going to ask you one thing based on what you've just said in terms of the Apes Hill property. Could I just ask, you said it's 3 rounds for a 3-bedroom villa, 4 rounds for a 4-bedroom villa. Is that is it 4 rounds per villa, or is it 4 rounds per person?
No, so basically, if they want to do like a 4-ball, that would be like they'd get like 1 round for them to play as a collective in the villa. So it's not just one person. Yeah.
But they're discounted presumably compared to anyone else if they're staying there or whatever?
Well, you can only play on it if you are staying at Apes Hill. So yeah, it is very exclusive.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. I think I've got one more, which was someone said to me, okay, in terms of your board basis, you've run through, I know everything that you've got, but you're, especially for Aruba, you're saying don't do all inclusive because there's so much there to do. Is that right?
Yeah, and we're a sustainable resort, so we don't want to offer all inclusive at the property. You can walk to so many different restaurants. You've got everything from like pizzerias right the way up to fine dining. So yeah, you definitely don't need to.
One of the people has also asked, can you share some of your pictures and what have you that they can use social media wise? Okay, well that's great.
Yeah.
I'll let you converse with them on that. Please do, if you can, share with us your prize and your question.
Yeah. So my prize is a White Company salt spa set, and I'm going to ask, so on which island in the Turks and Caicos is Solterra located?
Right. Okay. Fantastic. So we've got that's very kind. Thank you ever so much. Don't forget, everything is available via the website. Um, please post your answers and everything via the competition, which is travelbulletin.co.uk /webinar competition. Okay, we've come to the end of our Travel Bulletin webcast. We are at just gone 3:05, so we've done well. If you can, please rejoin us, everyone. I know Andy's not able to because he's on his train now. He's probably watching from his train. He will still be there. But I hope everyone has enjoyed tuning in today and being part of our Travel Bulletin Luxury webcast today. Don't forget, you will see a recorded version of this up on our website tomorrow. It'll be on our Facebook page as well and on YouTube. I would like to thank everyone for joining in. I thank you three that are still with us for being part of today. I want to sit in Polaris's lounge all day now because Jane has got back to us and said, yes, you can be there. You can be there from, not that they encourage you to eat and drink all day, but you can be there for as long as you wish to be, as long as your flight is that day. Is that right, Jane?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you so much, everyone. If you can, we will see you next time that we're doing a webinar. Thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind just sort of saying goodbye, and we'll capture you. Wonderful.
Bye.
Thank you very much. And see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.
See you next time. Bye.